Okay guys, welcome back to this lesson. So now let's imagine three web designers, three people that have learned the skill, let's say today, and one is working for a company as an employee, right? The other one is freelancing, and the other one is building an agency, right? Which one is the right career path? But the truth is, like I said in the previous lesson, there is no right or wrong career path. Everything is dependent on you, your personality, your goals, and what you hope to achieve from life, right? If you want flexibility, freedom, or you want to be an entrepreneur, those are the kind of things that drives you, right? And the good thing is, you can start from anywhere. A whole lot of people started as freelancers before they got a job, then eventually started building their own agencies, or some started with getting a job, then to freelancing, then to owning their own agency. Some even got a job, and in that their job, if their job permits them the time, depending on the kind of job you're getting, you can be freelancing along the line. And when you've saved up some kind of money to some extent, you can start growing your own business. So it mustn't even be one path that you must take. You can really navigate. It's so flexible that you can navigate through all the paths. But now I want to advise you as a beginner, right? You may just want to maybe start freelancing or get a job before you even start building your own agency, because building agency doesn't just require your technical skill. It requires a leadership ability too, because you're going to be managing team, you're going to be managing people, you're going to be managing bigger projects, you're going to be doing operations. You're starting as CEO, operations manager, and a whole lot of things. So it's not something you just go into, except if you're ready for the ride, right? Definitely all these parts has their own advantages and disadvantages, and let me just touch on it briefly. So let's say you are working for a company, right? Maybe after learning the skill, you want to get a job to work for a company. The disadvantage there is, of course, you're going to be applying for jobs and wait until somebody employs you before you start working. But once you get employed, at least you have the ability to work amongst teams. You don't have to worry about getting clients. You don't have to have the headache about getting clients and keeping clients. And if you're working for a company, you have jobs coming. So you hands-on experience. So you're going to be gaining experience because there'll be a whole lot of jobs. There'll be a whole lot of jobs coming your way because the company you're working for obviously is established, and they have all it takes to get clients. So that is the advantage. But the disadvantage is going to confine you to your small space. Those projects you're handling, you are going to be taking instructions, right? It's not like taking instruction is bad. Some people can actually work with it, taking instructions, and that's just how they want to live their life, stable, and you can roll with that. That is that for being working for a company, as an employee, as a web designer, right? Then if you are freelancing, it's also cool because it gives you the opportunity, the flexibility, and the freedom to work on projects you like. If you don't want to work on any project, you can refuse it. If you see projects that you want to work on, you take it. You can work from home at the comfort of your home. You can decide when to work and when not to work. It's flexible. It comes with some kind of freedom, right? But the disadvantage there is you have to hunt for your clients. You have to worry about getting clients, right? You have to worry about hunting for clients, basically. That is what you're going to be doing. Every responsibility is on you. You have to grow that, your freelancing, whatever, yourself. That is that for being a freelancer. Then owning an agency, like I said, it doesn't just have to be it's not just about your technical skill this time around. It has to come with leadership skill, because you're going to be managing a full business, not just offering service to people, right? So those are the advantages and disadvantages of these three things. So for a beginner, what do I advise you to do? Me, I started with offering services, like I said, for people around me. I did not necessarily use freelancing platform, but it was just like freelancing. But I didn't use freelancing platform. And freelancing, you should understand that you mustn't be on freelancing platforms to freelance. There are so many ways to hunt for jobs. on social media, X, and so many other places you can think of. That one is now based on you. But subsequently in this module, I may just, do a video on how to actually get jobs, some things that will guide you on how to actually get jobs. I may, but the most important thing is learning a skill. As a newbie, just like I said in my previous lesson, you should focus on learning the skill first, getting good at it, whatever that makes you get good at it. If it is getting a job that will make you get good at it, if it is freelancing that will make you get good at it before you even start owning your own agency, if you want to be a business person. It's not everybody that wants to take on the headache of being a business person. I can tell you from experience, there is headache there, but trust me, it is also worth it. So there is no particular path that is best, but with these few advantages and disadvantages I've given you in all these parts, you can decide which one to actually start with. And trust me, whichever one you start with is actually valid, and it all depends on you. So just to be straight, for most beginners, my recommendation is simple. Don't worry too much about agencies right now. Focus on learning the skill first, build projects, gain confidence, create a portfolio, then explore freelancing, jobs, or agency ownership based on your goals. And also remember, you don't have to decide your destination today. Sometimes it's just after you've taken the first step before all these things begin to align. You don't have to think about the whole plan. You don't have to think about the whole destination. Sometimes the destination is not always clear for anybody, but taking the next first step is what you should be worried about. You don't have to make that decision of your destination today. You just have to start and figure your way around it as you grow. What is important is building the skill first, and every other thing becomes easier as you grow. So now that we've explored different ways a web designer can make money, the next thing I want to talk about, and the last thing I want to talk about in this module before going to practical, is how long do you think it will take you after learning the skill to start earning? That is from most people have asked me this question even before I started putting this course together. Most people have asked me this question, and I want to answer it before we get into it, before we get into the real deal, right? So that if it is something you want to proceed with, you proceed and with all energy. And if it is not something you want to proceed with, you shift aside so that the serious ones can proceed. So in my next lesson, I'll be answering that question. How long does it take from learning to earning? I'll touch on that in my next lesson. So stay with me, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.